are using in Django, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, Bootstrap, and Python. First is HTML. We are using HTML. So if you perfect HTML, you learn the but your choice is different. You are going to data science, so you have to end up to Django only. Okay, HTML, CSS, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, okay, jQuery, and Bootstrap. Yes. Using these technologies, front-end technologies, the back-end technology is Python, and back-end database is SQLite3. Back-end database, we can use any one database only. Any one database, either SQL Lite3 or MySQL. Python to connecting Python to SQLite3, MySQL or Oracle or MongoDB, any database, connect to any database. Directly.
Yes, and MySQL is outdated, right? MySQL.
Present software you are using SQLite3 or is the PostgreSQL you are using.
Okay.
Right.
Yes, I think my two of colleagues will join this Django, but at present starting with three will join in Python course. After we get perfection, actually I am planning for MS in data science.
Okay.
Yes, I will choose that path, and two of them, my colleagues, will join Django in these two.
Django, I will explain the Django in very perfect, but that is in 45. That is in 45 hours.
Yes.
45 hours with the project.
Yes, and one more thing, placement is available in this.
But the placement assistance is available. Assistance only.
Okay, not guarantee.
Not guarantee. Only placement assistance only. Yeah, guarantee means in BTech, in large number of BTech colleges also they are also not offering placements.
Yes.
These are only for training institutes only. That's why these are not offering.
Okay.
If anyone told I will arrange the campus place, if anyone told I will arrange the placements, that is false information.
Yes.
100% false information. That's not a true information. I'll show you the project in Django. So this is our Django project. Okay. Now run this project. So this is a command at the Python manage.py run server. Run the Django project. To open a server in the 8040 number. Wait 1 minute. Sure, something is wrong. Wait 1 minute, please wait for 1 minute.
Okay. Sure.
This is our project, Andy. So after Django, after compiling and running Django project, after running and compiling, this is out. This is the complete result. So this I kill.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Now this is the port number 8000 port number to run the Django project server in this port number. Okay. This is for 8000
Okay.
port number. Port number is 8000. Okay.
Yes.
Go to any browser, any web browser, run this one. 8000 port number. 8000 port number. Run any web browser. Now we are at the admin form. Okay. This is our admin. Okay. Here we are creating super users. Creating. So this is called as a hospital management. Hospital management. Any name. You can use any name. This is admin login, home page, about, and contact. For example, you are using anyone. For example, admin name. So for example, name of this one is for example something. Okay, something name. And you are using the password. Any name and any password. Okay, now login to the system. Please wait for username and password. Username and password is wrong. Wrong credentials. Wrong credentials.
Yes. Are you using JavaScript?
JavaScript also. I will show you everything.
JavaScript.
We are using this alert message. We are creating a username and password also. Username and password. Now we are creating username and password. We are creating Python manage.py. Python manage.py. Create super user. Now this is our super user. For example, the username is Durga. Address is mail address is not required optional. Password is some so password. Okay, and again the password, confirm the password. Okay, this is our password. Okay, super user is created successfully. The super user is created successfully. After creating super user, run this module, run this okay, run server, run the program. Indirectly it is called as run the program.
Okay.
Okay. Now go to here and refresh it. I continue. Now the username is Durga. Wait for username is Durga and password is some password Durga 1234. If that valid, if the credential is not valid, it displays. Otherwise, it is login successfully. Now
Successfully.
you are logged into the successfully logging into the course. Okay. Now this is for logging into successfully. Yeah. And then enter into the okay button, and then enter into the hospital management. Okay. Someone is joined. Yamini Washit. Okay. Hi Yamini.
Yeah, hi.
And
This is Yamini.
please welcome Andy. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, this is a Django Andy. Please wait for 2 minutes and join the Python. Okay. Okay.
Sure.
Well, he is a Python student. Akhil is a Python student, madam. Please wait for 2 minutes. Okay. So I will explain on project also. Okay. Now this is our admin dashboard. In our hospital, this system is a hospital management system. The number of doctors are 3. Number of patients is 1. Okay. And the number of appointments. The number of appointments are 2. Okay. You want to add.
Yes.
You want to add new doctor. So go to the doctors, click it, and add doctor. Add new doctor. 3 doctors are available. Use doctors. 3 doctors. These are the 3 doctors. Ram, Anisuri, Power, so and so. Their specialization and their contact number. Okay, if you want to see the patient views, so these are the patients. The XYZ is a patient. The male is a gender is the male. So it's a contact number. His address is a Jayawada. So and so. If you want to appointments, leave appointment or add appointment. This is a simple project using Python and Django, HTML, JavaScript, jQuery, and Bootstrap. Using all these languages, all these technologies, develop one project. At the end of the course, I will provide the project. If you are joining with the Python and Django also. Okay. Okay, right. Very good. Please wait for me.
I'll cascade this information to my colleagues.
Okay, that's better. That's good. Okay, if you want to, okay, they are also talking to myself.
Sure.
My cell number also. Please write down your cell number also. By end of the class. Okay.
Okay.
Right. Or send your number to my contact to me. No problem. Okay. Okay. Now, good morning to all. Only. Our today's section starts a new class. So that is a Python. Okay. So what is a Python and why it is so popular? The importance of the Python. Simple. Only in few minutes I will explain the demo and introduction and go to the topic wise. Okay. Next I will go to the new topic. So now, and the simple introduction is what is Python? Who was developed in the Python? That is the first simple introduction. And then start the what is Python. And now the Python is a high-level programming language. Basically, Python is a high-level programming language completely. It's a high-level programming language. High-level programming language. So this Python language. So this programming language was developed by. This programming language was developed by Guido van Rossum. Guido van Rossum in 1989. It is not a new programming language. It is completely oldest programming language. Almost 31 years back, this programming language was developed in 1989. So it is available in the market, different versions, and it is available in the software field, the different versions. One version is 3 versions and totally. It means to add the new features. To add the new feature, using these are the new features are added. So now Python is available. Python is available 3 versions, the different versions. So different versions. So one version is Python. Okay, Python 1.0. Python 1.0 version. 1.0, not sorry, 10.0, 1.0. And version is Python 2.0. Another version is a Python 3.0. So now this Python 1.0 was released in 1991. Python version 1.0 was released in 1991. Actually, it was developed in 89, but after 2 years it was released. Not immediately. After 2 years, some testings, some manipulations, and after completing all the testings and releasing the first version in the market. And the second version and Python version 2.0 was released in some date, that is the date in the March in the year of 2000. And the Python version 3.0 was released in 2008. And these are the different versions and different years releasing. Now, so again, there are the different subversions are also, and subversions are also released. For example, 1.0, and immediately 1.1, and immediately 1.2, and immediately 1.3, 1.4, and these all are the subversions. These all are the different subversions, and the 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, and the different subversions. Again, the similarly 2.0, 2.1 subversion, 2.2 subversion, again the 2.3, 2.4, and the different subversion 2.5, and similarly up to 2.9, and up to 2.9 version was released in the market. And the next one similarly 3.0, 3.0, 3.1, 3.2. Present version is the latest version in Python 3.8.5. It was released in the market August 2020. August 2020. This is the recent release in the 3.8.3 and 8.5. All these are the releases. These are the different versions. Versions means, what is the difference between first version and second version? To enhance new features. That is called as a new features. To enhance the new feature. One feature to another feature, new features are added. This is a small introduction about the Python. So now, and comparatively other programming language, features of Python. What are the different features of Python only? What are the different features? So these are the important and different features. And first feature is free and open source. Free and open source. Open source. The freeware and open source programming language. I will explain one by one, and please wait for a few minutes. I'll show you each and every point. And what are the different features of the Python? These are the different features of Python. The first feature is the freeware and open source. And second feature is less code. This is the second feature. Less code. Second feature. And third feature is it is a high-level programming language. It is a high-level programming language. Okay? High-level programming language. And the fourth feature is it is a dynamic type of programming language. Dynamic type of programming language. And the dynamic type of programming language. It is a platform independent. Okay. Independent programming language, and it supports a number of libraries. Use libraries. Okay. Use libraries. Now I'll show you one by one. Okay. The first ones are what is free and open source. And what is the free and open source? Free and open source means. Okay. Please wait. Simple and free and open source. Okay, we can use Python software without any license, and it is free. Now that is called as a free and open source. This is our first point, and our first point is free and open source. So now this is a freeware and open source. That is our freeware open source. Okay, we can use Python software. Python software without any license. It is called as a freeware. It is called as a without any license, and it is freeware. This concept is called as a freeware. And next, what is open source? And open source. Okay. The source, if its source code is open, source code is open. That is so that we can use any customize. We can use customize based on our requirement. We can customize the based on our requirement. That is called as a source code. For example, right? This is called as a freeware and open source. The second one is less code. When compared to the other programming language, less number of lines. You can write a program in less number of lines, less code. That is called as a less code. Less code. We can write a Python program. We can write a Python program. You can write a Python program. Very less number of lines. Less number of lines. This is called as a less code. And the third one, it is a high-level programming language. Sir, how is a high-level programming language? Sir, what is high-level programming language? And a program written in English-like language. It is called as a high-level programming language. A program written in English-like language. English-like language. So it is a high level programming language. It is a high level programming language, and it is a high level programming language. Okay, that is the second point. That is the third point. Okay, the fourth one is, so what is the fourth one, sir? Fourth one is called as a dynamic type. It is very important. The dynamic type is very important in Python. So what is dynamic type? What is dynamic type? I will explain with simple code also. So for example, one simple code, okay, the program written. This is a program. Here is a simple program. Write a program, okay, swapping of two numbers. Swapping means interchanging. Okay. Swapping means interchanging these two values from one variable to another variable. Interchanging of two values. For example, assume that one is a x value, another one is a y. Or a and b, or m and n. For example, it is a x and it is a x variable. For example, x variable value equal to 10 and the y variable value equal to 20. These two values are swapping or interchanging. But after execution of few statements, by end of the program, x value is 20 and the y value is 10. This is called as the interchange. Okay, are you understood for question only first? Because this is question only. I mean, this is a question only. The question is interchanging of two values. Okay, this is for interchanging of two values. Okay, interchanging of two values, interchanging value x and y. The x value is 10, y value is 20. After interchanging, the x value is 10, 20, and the y value is 10. Interchanging value. Or for example, a value 5. For example, the b value 8. Okay, after executing the code and end of the program, a value is 8 and the b value equal to 5. This concept is called as a interchanging. You can use a, b, or xy, any value, or mn, pq, any variables, and how to write this program in various programming languages. Okay, Akhil Kumar, you know JavaScript. Okay, you know C language, you know C++, you know Java. For example, assume that. Okay, for example, assume that how to write this program, swapping up two numbers program in Java, in C language, and in C language. I mean, you know C language. I mean, do you know any programming language? Hello?
Yeah.
Which programming language? You know?
Yeah, I have a basic knowledge of Bash shell.
Okay. Okay, basic knowledge of C language. Okay, now? Okay. C++.
Yes, a little basic knowledge of C++ as well.
Yes, what? Sorry, cannot hear.
I do have a basic knowledge of C++ as well and the Bash shell.
Okay.
Okay,
right.
Very
Good. Nice. Now, please wait. Okay. In C language, write a program swapping up two numbers program. How to write this program in C language? So this is the structure of the C language. Hash include std. Hash include std I1.h C language program. It's only for C language program. The same program how to write in Python. That is very important. And the main, okay, and the begin. How to write this program? Here we are using starting value a value 10. Assume that semicolon. The b value equal to 20, semicolon. And here print these values. For example, print of %t, comma a. Before swapping, print these values. And print of percentage t comma b, that's for b, okay, b value. And swapping is very important in here. And one more variable is a temporary variable, temporary equal to a, and the a equal to b, and here we have to write the b equal to temp. This is the for temporary logic. The swapping logic, these are the swapping logic program, but these are the 3 lines. And after swapping, into these 3 values, this is a program, and you can write the end of this program. It is a C language program. Here we are declaring or C++ or Java, all are same, and JavaScript also almost same. Okay, and JavaScript are also almost same. A comma B comma C. It is the declaration part. The declaration part is very important in any programming language. Almost C language is the structure of integer A, B, C. A comma B comma C. So separated by commas, enclosed by the semicolon. Here specify the data type. In C language, every statement ends with semicolon, 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 semicolon. Okay. How to declare the same variable in JavaScript as an integer type? In JavaScript, here A comma B comma C, semicolon. No need of declaration. No need of the data type. JavaScript. The same program written in Pascal language program, A comma B comma C colon integer. It is an integer data type. So based on the programming language, you can declare the variables. Okay, this is our logic. So what is the logic, sir? Here the logic is very important. The declaration part, remaining part are also normal. So here temp equal to a. So you are declaring 3 variables, and one variable A, B, and another variable is C. Temp, not C, and sorry, this is the variable name is temp. Variable name is temp. Variable name is temporary variable. Okay, now run this here. So initially, what is the value of A? 10. This is initial value. What is the value of B? 20. Initial value. Now print output. This is output, and the output is print of A 10. The output is print of B 20. And now this the next one is a logical part. These 3 statements are okay, actual real executable code. These are the logical thinking. A value is assigned to 10. What is the A value? 10. This 10 value is assigned to 10. Here the temp value equal to 10. Here the temp value equal to 10. And the B value is assigned to A. The B value is assigned to A. B value. What is the value of B? What is the value of B? B is 20. 20 is assigned to A. And next temp value to B. Temp value to B. Temp value 10. That is assigned to B. After executing of the statement, print to A 20, print to B 10. This is a program for C language. Here we can write the code in how many number of lines and the program? How many number of lines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So the same program written in Python. How to write the same program written in Python? That is very important. That is very important. This is actually executable code. In Python, no need of every statement end with semicolon. We have no need. In C language, semicolon is required. Okay. I mean, you know C language. So semicolons are not important here. And one more important, no curly braces. Curly braces are not required. That means that curly braces is used to define the beginning of the program and end of the program. Here no need of the beginning and ending. And the main program is not required. And including statement is also not required. So this is our real program. This is our real program. No need of begin and curly braces. So is no program. Now here output statement is in C language is printf. Here the output statement is only for print. No percentage these and all these are not required. Okay, now this is also okay. Print of A, print of B, M equal to A equal to M equal to B. And print is very, very important in Python. Python is very important. This statement is called as a variable declaration. This statement is called variable declaration. Here no need of variable declaration. Here no need of variable declarations. Variable declarations. No need of variable declarations. Okay, not required. Variable declarations is not required in Python. So the statement is not required. So the statement is not required in Python. Clear? Have any? Are you clear? This statement is not required, and no declaration part is not required. The program is write a program. Okay, swapping up two values. So in other programming languages, declaration is required. Semicolon is required. Bean and curly brace required. In Python, how to run this program? Okay, now run this program. Okay, go to run menu. Go to the run menu and run module. Run it. Okay. The output is, what is the output, Andy? What is the output? Here the output is, okay, value 10A, print of A 10, print of B 20. After executing print of A 20, print of B 10. After executing A value 10, after executing these statements, the A value 10, write simple with good beautiful output look at it. Now the print of before swapping. Before swapping. Before swapping, and here after swapping, after swapping, here A value equal to comma A, the B value equal to, this is a very important point, B value equal to comma B, okay, and here also same output after swapping. After swapping, the value of A and the value of B. These are the required programs. And now run this program. Okay. Okay, first execute the statement. Okay, please observe this point. A value is 10. So this is the output, and the first A value is 10. The next statement, B value equal to 20. And next statement, this is small output statement before swapping. This is small output statement before swapping. Okay. And next, print the value of A. Value of A is 10. Okay. Print the value of B. Value of B is 20. Okay, and clear. Next, execute the statements. These seven. So one variable, you can take the one variable. The variable name is temporary. This is called as a temporary variable. So now A value is assigned to 10. What is the value of A? 10. The 10 value is assigned to A. Okay. And next, what is the value of B? The B is assigned to A. B means 20. The 20 is assigned to A. Okay. And temp equal to B. Temp value 10, that is assigned to B. Okay. And after swapping, value of A, the value of A is 20, and the value of B is 10. This is the reason for. Okay. Using Python. It is also another method also available in Python. This is first method one. The same program in Python and using another method also. Not the ordinary programming language. And Python is a separate programming language. That is a less code. It is a less code and dynamic type. Here, these are the three statements we are using. We are using these three statements for swapping. In Python, A comma B equal to B comma A. A comma B equal to in Python, A comma B equal to B comma A. Here we are using okay, B value to A and A value to. It is executed only one line, swap these two values. Swapping these two values is a very powerful and important statement. This is called as a multiple assignments. This statement is called as a multiple assignments. Multiple values. A B value to A and A value to B. Multiple variables, multiple values at same time. So after executing this program, in ordinary programming language, in method 1, here we are writing the logic in 3 lines. But in method 2, here we are writing the logic in only one line. Okay, close it and execute this program second time. Okay, this is called as a before swapping A value 10 and 20. After swapping B and B value, A value 20 and B value is 10. Only one line. This statement is called as a assignments. Sir, what is assignment, sir? We'll explain one by one. Wait for a few minutes. Okay, here assignment means assigning the values to a variable. What is assignment? And assignment operator is equal to statement. That is equal to. So this is called as here using this statement. And no need of variable declaration. A comma B comma C. So Python is dynamic type of declaration. Python is 4th point is dynamic type of programming language That is dynamic type means no need of variable, declarations. No need of variable declaration. Like other programming language in Python, declaration is not important. How to possible, sir? So this is variable, this is integer type. By default, value is integer, A as integer. The value is integer, the B as integer. For example, A equal to 7.5. The A is float type. For example, A equal to hello. Now by default, here A is which data type? Which data type A is which data type? So these are called as a different data types in Python. And next topic is different data types. After completing this concept, so it's a dynamic type of programming language, and then different data types in Python. Like other programming languages, data types in Python. So what are the data types? Number one is integer. Number two is float type. Third one is string type. Fourth one is complex type. And the fifth one is Boolean type. And the next one is the list type, tuple type, or tuple, both are same, no problem. Set one. And the dictionary type, and bytes type, byte array type, and Trojan set, and none, and range type, range. These are the different types in Python. Range is also function, but the range is also data type in Python. These are the 14 types of data types in Python. So here these first five are called built-in data types. Built-in data types. And up to here, these are called user-defined data types. Up to here, these are called as a user-defined data types, or it is also called, sometimes it is also called built-in types, user-defined types, or sometimes it is also called as a first five are primitive types. First five are called primitive data types. First five are called primitive. Please wait and okay. First five are primitive. Primitive means primitive data types, and the next remaining are non-primitive data types. Non-primitive data types. Sir, what is integer, sir? What is float? What is string? What is complex? And what is boolean? I will explain today these five topics and these five data types only. So these are the five data types. Sir, what is integer? And integer, it represents only digits. And it is called as a integer data type. It represents the digits value, only digits. The digits are, these are the digits that is 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 9 numbers. Up to only for 9 numbers. It is a integer type. So how to specify? Go to the Python shell prompt only. Okay, now we are declaring there are the three values. Okay, here for example, the A value equal to 10. That is the print of A. Print of A means print the value of A. Print the value of A is 10. And what is the data type of the A? The data type of the A is print of type of A. Is the data type. Data type of A is integer type. Data type of A is integer type. Okay. For example, the P equal to 9. What is the value of print of P? And what is the value of print of the type of P? Type of P is also integer. These all are the integer types. Okay. This is an integer type example. Okay, integer type example. The integer type means it represents the 0 to 9 digits. Okay. And next one is what is float type? What is float data type? Float means it represents digits with a decimal point. It is also a float type. Digit with a decimal point. This is called as a float type variable. So how to specify the float type variable? Okay, now here the float type variable is okay. A equal to any float value 9.5. is a float value. Is it with the decimal point? Is it with the decimal point? This is called as a float data type. So called float data type. Here, print of A, print the value of A and 0.5, and print the type of A. Type of A. Type of A is okay, float data type. Data type is a float type indirectly. So here, float means in other programming languages, A is called variable only. A is called variable. C, C++, Java, everything, JavaScript, in every programming language, we call it as a variables. But in Python, everything is object. In Python, everything is object. That is very important point. In Python, everything is object. So here, A is called object of float class. A is called object of the float class. A is the object. It is called as a float class. Now, auto declaring and A is a value. This value is pointing to 9.5. This is our memory representation. This value is pointing to 9.5. For example, the B equal to 25.6. So B is a object of the float type. B is a object of the float type. This value is this object is point to 25.6. So now here print of A, print of B, and the print of the data type of the B. Data type of the B is float type. The data type of the B is the float type. Clear, guys? The data type of B is float type. This is a second float data type example. So this is the example. These are the example. And one way is a float type, not only the decimal point, not only decimal point. So for example, if we are using like this. For example, okay, or C equal to 45 E3, 45 E3, or the 49 any value. 49 E3. E means E is a notation. In mathematical concept, E is one notation. E notation. That means it represents 49 into E means E3 means 10 power of 3. E means 10 power of 3. That is equal to 49 into 10 power of means 1 after 3 zeros. Now this value equal to 49 after 3 zeros, 0.00. It is also a float type. Please observe this point. It is also a float data type. E notation also float type. E notation. That means that is what is float type? It represents digital digits with decimal point or E notation. E notation. It is also called as a float type. It is also called as a float type. E notation is also called as a float type. You can write any example. You can write example. For example, C equal to any value 294 294 E3 E5 E4 any value 296 E4. So what is the output on it? The output on it 296 into E4. That means 296 into 10 power of 4. That is equal to 296 after 4 zeros 0.00. This is a float type. This is also called as a float type. And then example 2. Here I am writing. So go to the shell prompt. Check it. C equal to 296. Okay, C equal to 296 E4. That is the value of C. Of C. C is 296 40.00. 00 means our 0 both are same and 0. What is the data type of this one? It is the type of B. What is the type of B? B is float type. Or anything not B only. The type of C. The type of C. Type of C. C is float type. Clear, guys? This is a float type value. This is the output only. Please check it. Okay, here I have the example. Okay. C equal to 296 E4. Print of C. Print of type of C. Okay. For example, D equal to 123 E2. Output is 1, 2, 3, print of B, print of, and the type of B, it is also data type. C and D both are E notation. Both are the E notation. Both are the E notation. That is example 2. And another example, combination of E notation and values. With combination of E notation and decimal point. So that is example 3 only. The third example, a combination of with decimal point, and E notation, So this is called a decimal point and E notation. So how to write this value? Decimal point and E notation. So go to the shell from, okay. Example x equal to any decimal point, 69.25 E4. What is the output? 69.25 E4. 69.25 into E4 means 10 power of 4. 69.25 into 10 power of 4 means 1 after 4 zeros. 1 after 4 zeros. The final value is 6925 after 2 zeros, 0.00. This is the output of the x value. Okay. So this is the value of x, the print of x, and the print of the type of x. Clear, Akhil? Clear? Not only decimal point and
yes.
Float value means not the decimal point, using exponential notation also, E notation also. Okay. And the y value equal to, for example, 79.4567 E4. What is the value of this one? What is the value of y? The value is 79.4567 into 10 power of 4. That is equal to 79.4567 into 10 power of 4 means 1 after 4 zeros. The final result is 794567.00. That is decimal. That is float value 0.00. And the data type is y. Type of y is the data type of the y. Is a float type. So float means digit with the decimal point in E notation. This is example 3. Okay, clear guys? It is a float data type. Clear float data type. Okay, integer. Okay, integer means only digits. Float means digits with the decimal point or E notation. And the next one is the what is string value. What is the string value? What is the string value? String value. That is string. String means what is string and a group of characters. A group of characters. A group of characters is called a string. A group of characters is called a string. Okay. So these strings are enclosed by. In Python, strings are enclosed by. In C language, in C++, in Java, in JavaScript, the strings are enclosed by double quotation marks. So this is the double quotation mark. These are the double quotation marks. In between, you can write any string. That is Python. Okay, Python or Durga Software Solutions. Durga Soft Solutions. Okay, Durga Soft Solutions. This is also a Durga Soft. Hyderabad. This is also a string. These are the strings. Okay, enclosed by the double quotation marks. Okay, in Python, choice is yours only. Enclosed by the strings are enclosed by. The strings are enclosed by. Okay, enclosed by either different way, either single quotation marks, or double quotation marks, or double quotation marks, double quotes, or triple single quotes, all are same, or triple double quotes. These all are the strings are enclosed by different ways. Either triple single quotes or triple double quotes. For example, example 1. These are the examples. Okay. What is the shell from? Okay. Here, example A equal to Python. Enclosed by single quotes. Print of A. Okay. Data type of A is string. Data type of A is string. Why? Because a group of characters is enclosed by string. And another example, double quotation marks. Okay. Python. 3.8.5. Let's assume that value. Double quotation, not single quotation. You can write single quotation or double quotation, no problem. And what is the value of B? And what is the type of B? Type of B is string type. Okay. And double quotation. For example, C equal to Hyderabad. Hyderabad. Enclosed by triple single quotes. Single quotes 3 times. Enclosed by triple single quotes. Okay. Enclosed by triple single quotes. Okay. Triple single quotes are 3 times. And the print of C and the type of C. Clear, Andy? Up here, clear, all of you? Okay. And the next data type is D equal to double quotes 3 times. Double quotes for 3 times. Okay, that is Hyderabad. Okay, Hyderabad. Double quotes for 3 times. And the print of D, small letters only. Print of D and the print of type of D. The type of D. They are set 3 times. So now these are the different strings, either single quotes or double quotes or triple single quotes or triple double quotes. Okay. Example 1 for single quotes. Okay. And example 2 for double quotes. Okay. Example 3 for triple single quote. And example 4 for okay. So this is also a strings enclosed by either triple single quote or triple double quotes or single quotes or double quotes. You can write anywhere as you like. A small difference that will explain the next classes, not now, no problem. Okay. Now the fourth one is complex data type. Complex is available in the Python. Complex data type. So what is complex? Okay, before going to discuss the complex data type, now we discuss complex number. What is complex numbers in mathematics and complex numbers? The form of complex number is, what is the format and the format of complex number is, what is the format and complex numbers in mathematics concept, not the computer science, not the computer science concept. Okay, the format of complex numbers is the format on A plus IP. IP is a mathematical concept. What is A and A here? Here what is A? A is called real part. A is called real part. What is B? B is called imaginary part. B is called imaginary part. Okay, B is called imaginary part. A is the real part and B is imaginary part. In Python, the complex number representation is different. A plus IB in mathematics. In Python, A plus BJ. What is A? Real part. What is B? Imaginary part. A is a fixed format. J is a fixed format. Now here, example one. For example, go to the shell prompt. Your example only. Example 1. Go to shell prompt. For example, X or A or any value. X equal first complex number. 4 plus 9J. Okay. What is the value of X? Print of X. What is the type of X? Type of X. Complex value. Okay. Now another value, another complex number. Y equal to, for example, 8 plus 3J. Okay. And the value of print of Y. And the type of Y and type of Y. And type is also Y. For example, assume that Z equal to X plus Y. What is the value of Z and what is the value of Z? X value equal to 4 plus 9J. Y value equal to 8 plus 3J. Okay, the output is Z equal to X plus Y. That is equal to X plus Y equal to 8 plus 4, 12 plus 9 plus 3, 12. 12 plus 12J. That is the Z value. The value of Z is 12 plus 12J. Here execute the value. Print of Z. Value of Z. The output of the Z is data type is also a float type. Data type is also a complex type. Output, the result is complex. These are the important points. And these completely for different examples for complex numbers, complex data type. Okay, example 1. This is for example 1. And example 2. Example 2 is y value. Okay. And example 3 for the z value, two complex numbers, addition of the complex numbers, result is also complex number. Clear, guys? This is a complex data type. And the fifth one is Boolean data type. Boolean data type. That is the fifth one. Okay. The fifth one is Boolean data type. It represents only two values. Only two values. Only two values. That is true or false value. True or false. Okay, here what is true and true is represented by 1 and true is represented by 1 and false is represented by 0. A combination of zeros and ones is called as a Boolean data type. Is called as a Boolean data type. 0 and 1. 0 and 1. False represents the 0. True represents 1. Only two values and 2 comma false. What is true and what is false? That is only two values. That is true and false. Only 2 means 1 and the false means 0. We go to the first example. Example 1. Here example 1. Example 1 is okay. Self-graph. Now, example 1. For example, x equal to 2. Okay. X equal to 2 means T capital. T capital. Okay. The print of x. The data type of x. The data type of x is Boolean type. The data type of x is Boolean type. Okay. Right. Now, the y equal to false. Y equal to false. The print of y. False value. Data type of y is data type is Boolean type. For example, z equal to x plus y. Z equal to x y. Sir, what is the output? What is the output? What is the output value? For example, x equal to 2 only. Okay. Y equal to false. Okay. Perform the operation. Z equal to x plus y. That means true plus false. That is what is true only? What is the value of true only? Akhil or Yamini, what is the value of true? Value of true is
X.
The value of true only. Yes. Value of true is
One.
how much? Value of true is 1. Yes. And what is the value of false? 0. 1 plus 0, that is equal to 1. The Z value is 1. The Z value is 1. The data type is integer. Please observe this value, very important point. The Z value is 1. The data type is integer. Okay. Like the value Z equal to value. What is the value of Z? Print of Z is 1. What is the data type of Z? Type of Z is integer. Type of Z is integer. Okay, guys, clear? Type of Z is integer, not the Boolean type only. The type of Z is not a Boolean type. Okay, x is integer, y is float, x is float 1, and y is 0. The result is automatically integer type. These are the different examples. Okay, I'll show you another example also. Please wait for a minute. Okay, for example 1 and example 2. For example, okay, go to the shell plan. For example, m equal to true plus false plus true plus true T capital plus false minus true plus false. What is the output only? Okay. 1 plus 0 plus 1 plus 1 plus 0 minus 1 plus 0. Okay. The output is 3 minus 1. That is equal to 2. The value of m equal to 2. Print of m equal to 2. Clear? These are for the Boolean operations. Boolean operations in Python. Okay. Clear, guys? Okay. These are the different topics and different data types in Python. Okay, guys. Up to here clear, Akhil and Yamini. Okay, Akhil. Right. Stop this week and next week onwards consider classes. Why? Because others also join next week. So started now. Okay, Yamini and Akhil, you want regular class or weekend? Or what you want?
Weekend.
Be open. Be open. This is not a very restricted. Only weekends are regular. You want regular also? What?
No, only on weekends because we are working in other years.
Okay.
We got leisure in this time.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Ani. Every week, 9 o'clock to, if we are interested, I will extend up to 1 or 2 o'clock. No problem. Okay. First, this week only for small, 1.5 hour class only. Next week onwards, 4 hours class. 4 hours class.
Okay, but we have, yes,
Ah,
I have different questions to ask.
okay. No
Yes,
problem.
and yes, after this class we have to practice, right? Is there any labs to provide, or else
Present, you are staying in Hyderabad or out of area?
out of Hyderabad?
Okay.
But what is the procedure after class? Actually, we'll listen this class, right? And how can we
Okay.
execute these programs? And we don't know where we have to run these programs. Actually, you are
I will explain, no problem. Okay, I will explain everything, Andy. No problem. Okay. Please wait for 1 minute. Okay. Okay. If any doubt, please talk to direct this number. I mean, you are also. Okay.
Okay.
Right. And that I will solve all the problems. No doubt. Okay. Please call after class, end of the class, 73860265. Okay, na? Guys, Akhil and Yamini. Bye. Okay. Today's session is over, Andy. Next session, Saturday,
Yes.
9 to 1 o'clock. Okay. 9
Yes,
to 1 o'clock.
can you
Hello?
share? Yes, can you share your mobile number?
773 in message. In message also better.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, Andy? Akhil, okay?
Yes. Okay.
Write down the number. Bye, Andy. Yamini, okay, Amma? Yamini, what is your requirement? What are your requirements? Your requirement, you are going to next step. You are going to data. Okay.
Actually, I do have a 6 years of experience, and as per the business requirement, I need to automate some task in my. It's an urgent requirement, so for that, I require to learn Python now.
Okay.
So that's the
Very
basic
good.
requirement.
Right. I will explain that entire Python. No problem. Okay.
Sure.
5 weekends. The total duration is 4 to 5 weekends. Maximum. 4 weekends is minimum. Maximum is 5 weekends. Okay.
All right. Okay. Let me WhatsApp you if you have any doubts after that.
Okay. This is my number. WhatsApp number.
Regarding the agenda and the practice labs. That's
okay. No problem.
main. Oh.
Please call to me. No problem. Okay.
Sure.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye, Akhil. See you next week.
Okay, sure.
See you next week along with your friends. Okay. Bye.
Okay.